Well, here's where I stand on it. I thought it started off really lame, to be perfectly honest. I can't stand. I don't know how to hear any more about comedians talking about cancel culture.
This is the Bill Squire Show.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to this week's episode of the Bill Squire Show. Pumpin'.
Pumpin'.
Pumpin' here. We got some claws going. Yeah.
Oh, you already opened yours.
I had to do the intro and stuff.
Son of a...
I also had opened it as soon as I picked it up. So.
You were like, I need help.
Yes.
Now.
That's right.
Ooh, yes. Nice. Yummy.
Full-bodied.
Well, thank you guys for checking out the Bill Squire Show, which is now available on video on Spotify. So if you haven't checked that out yet,
That's crazy. I haven't looked at it yet.
yeah,
Have you?
Yeah, I was checking it out before the show started. And
Video on Spotify, you don't say.
Oh yeah.
All right.
I mean, we're doing the video on YouTube too, but I mean, let's see what we can get away with
Premium
on Spotify.
subscribers
Right.
now.
Yeah. And on Spotify, we can also do like polls and like questions and stuff like that. So if you're listening on Spotify or you're listening somewhere else and you move over to Spotify, just so you know, this is not sponsored by Spotify, but could be soon.
Could
Anyway,
be. This
might
you could
not
have
be an
all
iHeartRadio,
this.
But anyway,
Or percentage.
yeah, just let us know. Answer those polls and engage with us anywhere. We like
Please.
engagement. Engagement is what drives the numbers up, and we need some engagement. So go to the YouTube video and comment. Comment on our posts. Like we need that engagement to build it up. And we're trying to build it up.
Get in those YouTube comments. Power engagers,
Mm-hmm.
Mighty Morphin Power engagers.
Tell us all about it. Tell us all about it.
Be a pink
Let's
engager.
get those
be a
comments
black
pumping.
engager.
Pumping.
Pumping.
Pumping. Before we get into, we have a few topics we're gonna get into, but Pants, you had some thoughts on the Chris Rock special, and we saw each other yesterday, and we didn't really get into it, but I would like to hear what your take, and then I'll I've kind of talked about it a little bit on the Alan Cox Show, but I'd like to dig into it a little deeper here.
I mean, I guess the state of stand-up comedy in 2023 is like most of it I watched of the mind. I go, man, people are going to be so bummed about this on Twitter vocally because it felt like the whole thing was waiting for him to touch on the Will Smith stuff, which I thought was brilliant because to simplify it, like Chris Rock didn't slap Will Smith back a year ago.
Right.
So as soon as that happened, I really was like, oh, he's going to hire a team of writers, sell this special to somebody for a lot of fucking money and make everybody watch him do comedy and then clip Will Smith's nuts verbally for the last 20 minutes of the special, which is exactly what happened.
Yeah.
And by the way, was worth it. I thought a lot of it was good, but that last 15, 20 minutes when he launched into it, well worth it.
Yeah. Well, here's where I stand on it. I thought it started off really lame, to be perfectly honest. I can't stand. I don't know how to hear any more about comedians talking about cancel culture.
No,
I can't fucking stand it for that shit. Like, it's so fucking boring. It's so not true. Like, who are the people you're talking about? You're talking about people that were canceled for what they said. There's Roseanne Barr is pretty much the only one that's been canceled
It's
for what
like
they
the
said.
new women be shopping.
It is.
like it's just like you can't say anything anymore. You know,
You've always been able to say it, and like sometimes you have to be a little bit clever. But usually, what happens is you'll say it, and then people will talk about it, and it becomes marketing.
and therein lies the issue. Like if it's clever enough, you can fucking wade down in those waters as much as you want. And I thought some of it was funny, but it did start out. I'm like, oh boy, we're gonna talk about how we just you can't say anything anymore.
And so you get through that part of it, and where it picks up for me is when he starts talking about his daughter and more classic type Chris Rock bits. Because if you go back to Chris Rock's earlier specials, his social commentary isn't directed at celebrities or anything like that. It's about life.
Yep.
And so when he's talking about life as a person, so talk about raising his daughter and the challenges of raising a rich kid, like that was fucking great to me. It got me to a point where I was like stopping myself from saying touche and word touche. Like,
well, it does take someone of high talents to get a crowd of a lot of people that are not rich to be entertained by someone complaining about the trappings of being middle-aged and having a lot of fucking
and that's
money.
why I thought that part was so brilliant.
Yeah.
Because it was.
He's good. I mean, it's objectively. He's
I'm comparing him to other Chris Rock specials. I'm not
Okay.
comparing him to other people. Like I'm just saying, I watched them all. I know what he talks about. There was some stuff in this that I thought was just kind of like, I don't want to say low-hanging fruit because it's still Chris Rock's point of view on it, so I appreciate that. But it's such overly tread territory that I was just kind of like, I don't need to hear the you can't say anything anymore kind of thing.
Yeah, it's tough to sit through stuff like that. But I also just felt like no matter how good I thought some of the special was, it's literally like it could have been a 10 of 10 special, and it's still like I was like picturing Chris Rock sitting in the meeting with Netflix, and Netflix is like, so you're gonna talk about the slap, right?
Yeah.
Like, how many more zeros do you want us to put on this?
Yeah.
Just can you please promise in writing
Yeah.
you will talk about the slap in your special?
Right, and he delivered on
Oh wait,
that.
no, it was HBO, wasn't it?
No, it was Netflix.
It was Netflix.
It was
sorry.
Netflix. It was their first ever live special.
That's right.
They did it live,
That's
so it was
right.
like a big event for that. So I like the stuff talking about his daughter. I thought the point he made about the power of women's beauty being something that is, unequivocal, like there's no match to it. Where in the example that he made is, if Jay-Z sees Beyonce working at Burger King, he's still gonna want to marry Beyonce.
Yeah.
If
That's true.
Beyonce sees Jay-Z working at Burger King,
She ain't
he
fucking
ain't
with
getting
him.
out of there.
Yeah.
He ain't getting
She
out
ain't
of there.
fucking with him.
No.
And again, that's a timeless trope of a lot of
Right.
male stand-up comedy. But since it's Chris Rock, it was pretty fucking great.
It was pretty funny, and it was also, it was a perfect example. And there's a million other little nuanced bits within that were very, very.
Well, I'm trying to
funny.
think of like one thing that stuck out to me besides the end of the special, which, spoiler alert, it's just about, you have to wait the whole special to hear him basically launch into the Will Smith stuff. But, the Will Smith stuff, you're waiting for it, you're hoping he sticks the landing with it. And in my opinion, it was like, that was okay. Yeah, you waited a whole year and got a bag for that. So
Yeah, and it was funny. A lot of the criticism that I saw on Twitter was that he just tries to make white people laugh, but I'm like, I think that's just people being.
as a white person, I can't speak to that because as a
Yeah.
white person,
Yeah, I'm like, yeah, he did make me laugh. But
guilty.
I also, like,
Yeah.
I think that's just like, I don't know what that even really means.
It's tough
I think he
because
makes a lot of people laugh.
I think I'm just so Twitter brained that anytime I watch any stand up comedy, I'm thinking about what are the nerds on Twitter complaining, like, crying about on this.
Mhm.
But and I try not to be of that mind, but that's just what fucking 25 years of in the internet will do to your brain. I don't know. I'm proud of him for being a rich person that probably became a wealthy person after getting slapped by a guy who actually thought his dumb G.I. Jane joke was funny at first.
Right.
So, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And there it is. Because yes,
Will laughed at that joke. Will
laughed
laughed.
at that joke.
Will laughed, and Will looked at his wife and thought about
Changed his mind
the
real
long ass
quick.
ride home he was about to take.
Mhm.
And then he's like, I'm about to do something crazy right now. And he did. So I remember I went on a date with a chick, and a slammer, if you will.
Yes.
And she literally had a leather jacket pulled up to her elbows like she was doing stand-up comedy in 1986. And she was Italian. So like she was like talking to me. She goes, I'm sorry.
Andrea Dice Clay.
Yeah, dude, I was like filing the whole conversation away because it was so amazing to me. She's like, I'm sorry, that shit's funny to me. Like, not funny. She goes, that shit's hot. That's her man sticking up for her. And I go, yeah, this isn't a dive bar in Eastlake. This is like the fucking Oscars.
Right.
And this is a guy doing his job.
Yeah.
I was like, I go, yeah, that'd be hot. Like if you're like my wife and some dude comes up to you and you have alopecia and he clowns you and I smack the shit out of him. Great. I'm a hero. It was the Oscars.
I still don't think it's that hot. I
didn't think it, well,
I'm not
I think the circumstances, I threw a flag at Will Smith because it's just wrong place, wrong time.
Yeah.
You know,
well, but just retaliating to somebody with violence when they use words is never a place that I want to go to, because I think that makes you look like a very insecure person.
Well, you should have seen how attractive this woman was.
Well,
and
I
was
would,
like, okay.
I would have clowned her, and then you could have slapped me, and it would have been great.
Okay, well, where are you going to be next Friday?
We're going to be at St. Patrick's Day.
Speaking of.
Yeah.
But I'll never forget, like, she was getting, like she was getting, not worked up sexually. She was, like, getting fired up, like I do talking about the UFC, and I was like, yeah, dude, no, this is, like, a room full of millionaires.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone's a millionaire in this room, and he's doing his job. Now, granted, he told maybe the stupidest, most dated joke of all time, but that's his job.
That's his job. And, it was like one of a bunch of other jokes where he made fun of other people in the crowd.
It happens every year. You get mad if someone doesn't get on stage and doesn't brutally make fun of some other rich person in the crowd. That's the tradition of it.
Tommy, how do you feel about that? Like the situation of like defending your woman?
No, I don't. I hate it.
Yeah.
It's gross. It's
Like
like you guys were saying,
that
it's
wouldn't
his
turn
job.
you on?
No.
I should clarify.
Yeah.
I mean, not to cut you off.
No,
I should
you're
clarify. I
fine.
was raised on the east side of Cleveland, where there was a lot of Italian Americans, and I was raised by a certain generation where you just didn't make fun of someone's girlfriend or wife, and it's just because people just fought, 'cause
Right.
they didn't have anything else.
Yeah.
To do.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm not saying you should make fun of. I'm saying
Yeah, it could be a poor taste in joke, but it could also.
I'm not saying that you should make fun of anybody, but I'm also saying like getting made fun of doesn't justify physical violence.
Yeah. No.
And that's like the whole thing where people are like, yeah, you should, he deserved to get like that point of view where people are like, oh, he deserved to get slapped for saying things, or just anyone that thinks that going to physical violence in pretty much any situation, like where you're starting the physical violence, there's not a lot of things that you're going to do. I can't think of a scenario where I'm going to get physical with someone unless I'm feeling actual physical threats.
Right.
No, but I'm saying it makes a lot more sense if you see it at a dive bar.
Well, yes, of
Yeah,
course.
yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
it makes sense. But I'm saying
not in the
dresses,
Oscars.
I'm just looking at it like if
Yeah.
I'm putting myself in Will Smith's shoes, I'm not getting so worked up that I have to go and slap somebody. And if I'm just saying, like, I'm the type of guy that's not going to take it to a physical
It
place.
wasn't even-
I know there's a lot of people that will, and those people are fucking dummies.
But it wasn't even like, it's not even like he was offended to his core because he knew
No,
it hurt his
he was-
wife's feelings. He literally laughed, and then he looked at his wife, and then he just goes, I don't want to have to fucking deal with this at home.
This is going to be
then-
easier than dealing with her just coming right at
You had a long time to think about that to get up there and smack
Yeah,
him.
that
It was.
long
It
walk.
honestly was like it. I don't know in our lifetimes, aside from the Challenger exploding live. That's how old I am. If I've ever seen anything more like insane, like
It was absolutely. I
the
remember
sequence of events was absolutely insane.
it was nuts. And having said that, the Cleveland Comedy Awards are next week.
Yeah.
There's going to be a lot of slap jokes, I feel like.
Who wants to come with me so I can defend their honor on stage when someone makes fun of a
Only
slammer?
$25 for your plus one. What a
Right.
fucking deal.
Only $25, and you can just Venmo me $12.50. I'll cover the other half.
So I'm going to this because they're paying me to go. I'm performing and I'm getting paid to go. Otherwise, I probably wouldn't go. I'm not an awards person, and I don't even know how they, like, if they just go off of like popularity, like the vote that they get, or they actually have people that I don't I've said it a lot. I'm not an awards person, but I am a money person. So if I get paid money to do something, I'm gonna go do it, especially on a Tuesday.
But I'm an awards person in that I love the notion that I got invited to come to one for literally doing nothing at all yet.
Yeah.
So I was like, do I have to pay to go?
You're grandfathered in.
Yeah. I was like, I don't ever want to campaign a second in my life to win anything. But if you want to pay me to like show up and sit somewhere,
so we'll see how that goes. We're nominated for the best podcast, and I'm nominated for like best comedian. But I
worked really hard for years on this, guys.
I know you did, but tell you what, here's what we're gonna do though. If we win, you're giving the speech.
The newest guy.
Maybe I will start campaigning for this shit. Oh, you got it's. I don't know deal.
if voting's still going, but you can check.
I'm just going to be working on fake crime.
I'd be like, hey, thanks. I'm Bill Squire. Pants wasn't on the show when we were nominated for this. Take it away, bud.
I just want to thank my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. Together through the grace and your power, we have made it together, and just like tears streaming down my cheeks. It's my dream come true.
I love it.
That's funny. That'll be a good way of going at it.
I think so.
Oh, all right, let's get into some actual fun topics. I'm fucking beat. I think you're
beat as well.
Yeah.
I got a second wind here off this. I'm clawed up now.
Oh.
Okay. Call me Claude Monet. All right, I'm going. That was awful.
He's walking himself out.
That was an art joke, and for those of you that don't like to, not the literary types.
So I was sitting in my car yesterday. I had things to do. I had places to be, but I was sitting in my car in a parking lot, just doing nothing. And I can't think of a better place to just waste time and do nothing than when you have stuff to do and you're sitting in your car. That's one of my favorite places to procrastinate. And it's not a long procrastination, but I'm talking like sitting there for like wasting 10 minutes that you kind of have but don't have.
Just staring at your phone.
Yeah, just like watching dumb videos.
Looking at the entire internet.
Just going.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I'm all where's another place where you just love to waste time?
Tommy?
Boring answer, but just my couch.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's my couch. I'm a couch potato. I can just live there, get under a nest of blankets, and just scroll and do nothing.
I mean, it's hard argument. It's hard to top bed or the couch. But for me, Target's a great place to do it because I don't even think like anymore like exiting your car, like stopping your car, going anywhere. I think it's a given anymore. You're spending anywhere between 4 and 12 minutes staring at the entire fucking internet on your phone for like nothing.
Oh yeah.
Like the same internet you looked at every red light between where you were and where you are now.
Yeah.
So my Target or the grocery store, I just thrive like in retail environments where like men who are dressed kind of like school shooters at pie eating contests should never be. Like, shout out to you know who for stealing that joke. It's the funniest one I've ever heard. But yeah, like I like Target, dude. Grocery store, you know, I generally need a good amount of food. I could spend 3 hours in there.
Target's a good place to do a walking procrastination where you are just going up and down the aisles, looking at stuff. And I haven't done that in a while.
I can't because I just spend money. I can't help it at Target.
Dude, it's
sometimes when you have money to spend, you go, let's go.
But I don't want to
buy
procrastinate and spend money. I said I can't procrastinate and spend money at the same time.
You could definitely.
I mean, I know I can. I don't want
t-shirt.
to. Fuck off.
It's a fake movie from a real movie. But no, like we live in America in 2023. No one ever does nothing anymore without spending money. Right. It's a capitalist meditation. I would like drive out to when my schedule was lighter. I would drive out to South Park Mall because I didn't believe there was any indoor malls left that were not morgue-like. And I went there and it felt like it was trapped in time from 1994.
Oh, yeah. If you go to South Park Mall on a Saturday or a Sunday, it's full.
There's
It is.
people there.
It's
There's
nuts.
not a lot of abandoned, like closed down storefronts.
Yeah.
Like it's like time
That's a
standing
thriving
still.
Yeah.
mall. Yeah.
It's
I like
very
that one.
odd and very like warm and welcoming. And yeah, like I'll walk around there, like drink like a Starbucks coffee, just go up and down the escalators a couple times, stretch my calves out, hit up H&M, buy clothes that are size too small, but I have confidence that I'll lose that extra 15 pounds to fit into them. I love it. That to me is doing nothing.
Yeah, no, and that's kind of what I'm talking about. And there's so many different ways to do that. I mean, like taking my dog just and not even like on a walk, because I feel like that's doing something.
Yeah, that's
Just taking my
something.
dog to a park and then just kind of plopping down on a swing or a picnic table and looking at my phone there. Like I fucking like that. Getting a coffee, going to the park, watching the lake, sitting on the solstice steps. Fantastic way to do nothing.
I call them the Tinder stairs, but they are the solstice steps.
Yeah.
Which I've never taken a Tinder date there, but when I spent a whole summer sitting on those steps, and I was like, there's got to be a lot of Tinder dates going on here right now.
Oh, for sure.
Anyways, but yes, when I have my dog though, like that's like the most engaged I am though. Like I'm not doing nothing. Like I'm making sure my dog's not dying,
Uh-huh.
and it's like the whole reason I got a dog was kind of like,
To get you out of your head.
yeah, get my head out of my own ass
Yeah.
and stuff. So it's kind of like his time, and it's like my time to be of service to something else
Yeah.
besides my own dumb life.
But in a way, it's still doing. It's almost meditative.
Yeah.
To get out of there.
No, that's doing
Yeah.
nothing. I guess
Yeah.
I'm just serving as a contrarian to that
Right.
point, I
Yeah.
suppose. But
I noticed.
trying to drum up some good White
Drama.
Claw fueled conversation here.
You got any more places you like to do nothing?
No, I mean there's a park but it's not nothing because I play Pokemon Go. But like I'll sit in the car and just kind of.
That's absolutely nothing.
No, that's
That is
something.
absolutely
That is
nothing.
something.
Yeah,
That's a
playing Pokemon Go is
game.
not
It's a
something.
game.
I think Pokemon Go is like saying you go to the bar to do nothing, but it's like I think it's just a way to let the world pass you by while your
Yeah,
mind kind of
yeah.
just goes into autopilot.
Yeah.
Let it mean something, okay?
It's
It means something.
nothing
to
can
me.
mean something.
Bar
I'm not saying
means
it
something
doesn't
to
mean
me.
anything.
Yeah,
I'm saying it isn't.
All right, then that's mine.
It's not like you're working. It's not like
if I
you're-
need to get out of the house, that's what I do.
That's
I,
it, you
yeah,
go play
yeah,
Pokemon
yeah.
Go.
Yeah, fine.
I
guess
would say that's
it.
like
That's a
mine.
good one.
that's
Fine,
equal
it's
with walking a
mine.
dog.
Yeah.
I don't even know how it works, but you're like walking digital pets, or you're searching
Yes.
for digital.
You're capturing
pets.
them.
Yeah.
Which seems counterintuitive.
Horrible, right?
like
Yeah,
you're-
kind of
'cause
fucked up.
You
They
have
faint.
to squish them into little tiny balls.
Yeah.
Well, quite literally, you gotta catch them all, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
How many do you have?
Well, I don't know how many Pokemon. I have over 1,000, but not like. Yeah, I've got a
So
lot.
many.
I got a lot of
What's your
shinies
best?
too.
You have a lot of what?
Shiny Pokemon.
What are? Tell me.
Sort of the vaguely
What does that mean?
racist.
They just look different.
Okay.
Yeah, so like sometimes their color is different. It's
Okay.
usually their coloring.
Okay, so
Yeah.
they're just shiny. Pokemon.
Yeah, so they're
They're like a
actually-
shiny Pikachu.
Yeah, but that one sucks.
Okay.
The colors are barely different.
That's dumb.
Same with Poliwag.
Oh,
Pisses me off.
fucking Poliwag.
But then there's some really cool ones.
I-
Like Dragonite. Do you know Dragonite?
no.
Do you know
Do you know Dragonite?
Oh, who doesn't?
Bulbasaur?
I know Bulbasaur.
I know
Actually, I don't know what he
Bulbasaur.
looks like shiny. Never. Oh wait, I might actually have one.
Charizard.
I
Yeah.
know. Is Bulbasaur? He's.
Charizard's black. The shiny Charizard.
Oh.
He looks-
Toyota
well,
Tercel.
Yeah.
Chris Rock's jokes aren't for you.
Kia Telluride. I caught them all.
You did not.
At least that's what I tell the girls on Instagram
Yes.
on DM. I caught them all.
He's caught all the Pokemons.
Name 3 Pokemon, okay?
3 Pokemon that are not Pikachu.
That are not Pikachu.
All right, all right, hold on.
No
Clefairy-
starters.
Clefairy.
Okay.
TurboGrafx 16 and
No.
George Washington the second.
No.
Yeah,
Do
I
you have
don't
any more? Clefairy? Why Clefairy? Why do you remember
because there's
Clefairy?
like a classic Vine where it's like, who is that Pokemon?
Oh, yeah.
And he goes,
It's Clefairy.
It's Pikachu.
Oh, yeah. yeah.
And then, that's Clefairy. Fuck.
Damn
And
it,
then,
that's the
yeah.
only one. Okay, that's funny.
No, I
that's
don't
why
like,
you
dude. I
know.
don't know.
Wait, what's a starter means? Like their first version?
Like, no. The, in all of the games, you have to choose from one of 3 Pokemon, which one you are going to take
And
on
what
an
are the 3
adventure.
ones? Is
It's usually a
Pikachu-
grass. Well, no.
Okay.
Pikachu was not. It was Bulbasaur, Charmander, and who did I say? Charmander. Bulbasaur.
Dude, I knew Charmander. I could have
Squirtle. Sorry, I don't know. That was
There
yeah.
we go.
Squirtle.
But those are
Squirtle.
starters, and they're usually
Squirtle does sound like a Tinder date.
yeah.
Dude,
They're
Squirtle sounds easily the most sexual of all
Squirtle
Pokemon.
Squirtle sounds like a Tinder date that went pretty good, if you
Yeah,
ask me.
Squirtle's a 10 to 10 Tinder date
Yeah.
for sure.
it's always grass, water, or fire you choose from. So those are the starters, and those are like the main ones that people know. But Pikachu's also.
You were supposed
A
to
main
show me how
character.
to play this a while back.
I'm so sorry,
Nice.
guys. I'm so sorry it came up so quick. Yeah, I forgot.
Well,
We'll have to.
both
We'll do
forgot.
it.
I would
Yeah.
like to
Learn
again.
Pokemon.
Yeah, I would like to learn an activity that's not me on
Target.
fucking TikTok. No, dude, I love. I
You're
ride
like, no, I
because
will.
I ride for Target. Like, I
Yeah.
love going to Target and being like, well, we're gonna need toothpaste eventually, and then like $784 later, I'm like,
Mm-hmm. This
who
is
knew they had
great.
Powerpuff Girls graphic tees in my size?
Ooh.
They do
Oh
have-
yeah.
Yeah. By the way,
But you don't even wear T-shirts. You sell T-shirts for
I
a
like
living.
to have the option. I like to, listen. It's just I want to know that when I go to the gym, I wear them,
Yeah, that's
and I like to express myself in different ways that I definitely no one walks near me when I work out at the gym.
Tommy doesn't want to work out with us.
I'm sorry.
I can't.
I
blame
would,
her
but
for
yeah, I'm
that.
sorry. No, I would hang, but
when she's like, yeah, I don't want to do that at all, and I was like, in my head, I go, yeah, I didn't know. Like my last.
Well, I just was
I
there.
think I
and
said
was like,
absolutely not.
yeah,
but thank
so
you.
I
And
invited
then I
Tommy to
did.
join our gym, and we'd hook her up, we'd get her a deal, and she's just like, "Fuck no."
Yeah, no, and like by the way, we work out at the finest gym in the freaking
I
Midwest
know.
region, Tremont Athletic Club.
It would be the place
But
I'd
it's
want to
just
go.
like my last two girlfriends. I'm like, do you ever want to come out work out with me at the gym? They're like, no, strangers. Like,
Yeah.
no. So
I tried going to a gym. It's been a long time, but I would go. I would wake up at like 5 o'clock in the morning to go when nobody was there, and then to get into work. But now that I work from home, it's amazing just being able to take a lunch break, and I have like a squat rack and stuff in the
no, if you
den,
if you
so.
wanted to come work out with us,
Yeah.
of course. But I just know that it's not,
Not ideal.
Well, is it just because it doesn't fit into your daily schedule?
Well, that is one thing for sure, but I also don't like being perceived. So even if
Perceived,
anybody's like, just even acknowledged, like, just let me do my thing.
No,
I get
don't-
anxiety
if-
just like even the thought of
if-
somebody.
If there's a
like,
gym where you can go and just be completely ignored and like, it's this gym.
hell yeah.
It is
It
this
is
gym.
Tremont
Hell
Athletic
yeah.
Club.
Like
Yeah,
the people
no.
that work out here, they just do their thing. They're not there to try and like hook up.
I mean,
or
I
anything
feel like that's
that.
most
It's-
gyms. No, they're not.
But it's-
People
I
aren't
mean,
there
this
to
was-
hook up, but I
No,
don't.
you-
It's still just a
The
There's a
Planet
feeling.
Fitnesses of the world are 100% like either there's going to be a 52-year-old man standing,
Yeah.
breathing on you, being like, "Can I show you what you just did wrong?"
That's
Yeah.
why I went at 5 a.m.
No, Tremont Athletic Club is no attitudes. Everyone minds their own fucking business.
Yeah, everyone I know that
And it's
goes
policed,
there loves
like-
it. Yeah.
yeah.
Well,
It's like
yeah.
straight up. It's like the second anybody is perceived as acting out of pocket, they're
Mhm.
gone.
They're,
Mhm.
they're, yeah. They
For
don't.
the
they don't put
reason
up
that
with no
people like you
nonsense.
don't think gyms like that exist. So
Yeah.
So
they also heard that you could be training your Pokemon Go there. So they really, we need to get you in there.
Is the gym a Pokemon gym?
I have no idea.
Ask.
there's,
They
there's
should do
no
that.
way
I
for
won't
us
pretend to know about that.
I'll go and check my app and see if
Alright.
there's a gym there. I'll sit there and just spin it
There you
every
go.
5 minutes.
But I just thought it'd be fun, maybe to do like a group workout.
That would be fun.
A show workout one day would be fun. I think.
I mean, it would, and also the other thing is you don't have like fucking throngs of people taking video of themselves when everyone's behind them and
Yeah.
stuff. Like
Yeah.
privacy's paramount there.
Yeah.
You don't have a lot of that. You don't have a lot of influencers acting like the worst people on earth in there. Like,
Yeah. Honestly, everyone that I know that goes to a gym, I think goes there. And they love it. I mean, everyone
I'm
likes
by
it,
far and
but-
away the
but-
weirdest person that works out at the gym. It's not even close.
Mm.
I'm the fattest, I think. On a day-to-day basis, I feel like I'm the fattest. and
You
oldest.
were the fattest, and now you're not.
No, I've gotten
What a
fatter.
plug.
At least heavier because I've got more muscle
It's
now.
called bulking up, Bill.
Yeah,
you have the
it's-
muscle mass. You've built a
Just
base.
Lifting weights makes me so fucking hungry.
Dude, the thing about lifting weights is like is if you're doing it consistently, you can eat more and you're not looking like fucking, like a pudding pack. It's
Right.
like, it's kind of like,
and I found the secret to
You
still
just get-
look like a pudding
you
bag.
get like more boxier and
Yeah.
not so pear-like, you
Yeah.
know, like at least that's my
Yeah, I
experience.
definitely have. I mean, it's not like I haven't gotten muscle gain, so I'm just one fucking brick of a person right now, like all the way through.
I was told once about 40 extra pounds ago by a dancer that I was built like a D battery. So,
What?
which is better than being like, it's like, I kind of understood immediately
Cylindrical,
what
yeah.
she meant.
Yeah,
Huh.
Where she wasn't trying to be nice, but it wasn't the meanest thing
Yeah.
anyone's ever said to me about my size.
Mhm.
So,
Yeah. Wow. Okay.
and I was not nearly deft enough at that point to have a horny,
Conversation about it?
cheeky comeback
Yeah.
about it. So,
Yeah.
well played.
Deep.
D battery.
you want to get the battery charged in your pussy? You can use that next time.
Someone's got a Hitachi.
That was a
needs
really
to be
good one.
charged.
Thanks.
Do Hitachis take batteries?
No.
Or is it
I
a
do the
recharging
plug-in. They
situation?
do have like cordless ones, but
But they
I'm
they
not
take like a
dealing with
battery
that.
you use for a
Wait, you have
cordless-
to like plug it into the wall?
Yeah,
my Hitachi
Yeah.
goes
Do
into
you-
the
how
wall.
long? Like, do you have to get like an extension cord or like?
No, I mean it's pretty long. It's like more of my arm wingspan.
I like the. I like. This is just. I think the size of your Hitachi is. Like,
No.
when you talk about it.
No. I need this really big one. No, it's a long cord, but yeah.
just looks like fucking Thor's hammer.
Mjolnir or
They
Stormbreaker.
make
I was a
some
Stormbreaker,
dildos of yeah.
Yeah, they got the plug-in one, and then the one that takes
There's
a
no
battery is
way.
like a drill battery.
What?
There's no way. There's no way someone hasn't made a fucking like Hitachi or sex toy that's shaped like Stormbreaker.
I'm telling
or,
you,
like-
Yeah.
Mjolnir, there's a dildo, not a Hitachi, but.
Yeah, because what are you gonna like? You're not gonna sit there like.
I mean, you do whatever you want with it.
I'm gonna look it up
I'm not
right
here
now.
to judge.
What?
Stormbreaker.
Vibrator or Hitachi? Or not Hitachi,
Stormbreaker
vibrator
dildo.
or
Take me down
dildo.
that rainbow bridge, baby. It's so like but like is it like a when I have like a power drill, it's more powerful if I can plug it in as opposed to the wireless situation. Is that kind of thing?
I've never used a wireless one, but I would assume so. And I just don't want to deal with the battery dying in like real close to orgasm. Like I'm gonna keep it plugged in.
That would probably be tantamount to a lot of
Okay.
women's experiences having actual sex.
Oh, with you? I thought you were gonna say it like with you,
No,
just
I'm
in general. I thought it was
self-deprecating
gonna
enough.
be,
There's
and then I
like when I'm
finished
close
it.
to the when I'm on the 4-yard line and it's like time to carry the shit across the end zone.
I believe
yeah,
it. I believe it. I believe it.
Previous days.
It's communication. That's all that
Okay,
matters. you
so
know?
they have a Mjolnir where that's like in the handle is the
The
dildo,
dildo.
and they have a big old Hulk one too.
Is that on Amazon?
That
No,
could-
Oh,
it's
okay.
not
I
on
thought
there.
you were on
Yeah,
there.
see there.
Yes. Yeah. Can you see it? Yeah.
It's just
That
the
could
Hulk
also
one's
be a
kind of
Shrek-
terrifying.
That's like a Shrek cock.
Yeah, that is a
Yeah.
Shrek cock. We did. That's 2 episodes
Yeah.
now with a Shrek cock.
Shrek
reference.
cock or Hulk. You pick the fantasy with the green dick. Maybe St. Patrick's Day themed. I don't know.
Ooh,
Jen,
yeah.
the-
Ogre?
Do leprechauns have green dicks?
Probably.
They don't have green skin.
Jen, who does our
Oh,
YouTube SEO and stuff, she's got to be thrilled that once again she gets to put Shrek cock or Shrek dick in the explanation of an episode. So
Get used to it, Jennifer.
I hope you enjoy the podcast, Jennifer.
Does she have to listen to the whole thing?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Aw.
Fucking choice.
That's what I pay her for. So.
Stormbreaker Hitachi. That's a big ass long word too.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there anything with like the Infinity Gauntlet? Like
Oh, I'm sure
Gauntlet,
there is.
For
finger-
fisting, it
yeah.
has to be. For
Infinity
fisting.
Gauntlet finger bang reality
I
stone.
have a shocker Infinity Gauntlet
Is it-
pin.
2 in the pink or one.
Yeah.
Is it?
2 in the pink, 1 in the sting.
I don't know. I'm not.
I
gonna
think
judge
that's what it
this.
is. But
No,
I
it's-
mean, you can do it either way.
We don't think women stink, so we would never use
It's
that.
Yeah.
Women's History Month.
I'm just
Yeah.
saying this. Yeah.
All right, we're being respectful. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Respect women.
But anyway, Tommy does like it in her stink hole.
Who doesn't?
What a classy fucking.
Who doesn't?
She fucking.
There was so like just very monotone. Tommy likes it in
Tommy
her
likes it in her
stink hole.
That's and
I don't like it being
respect
called
that.
that.
Nobody
No,
does.
but-
That's the one thing that'll ruin it if you call it
What's
that.
what's the least what's the least funny way like to refer to your beehole when it's like, is it asshole?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Asshole. Yeah.
There's that feels like the most
Yeah.
horny way to say that.
Yeah, everything else feels weird.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't want to be saying turd cutter or butthole.
Would
Even
you,
Butthole,
butthole's
yeah.
too silly.
Yeah,
Too
it's-
silly.
yeah.
would you mind inserting it in my poop chute? I'm so turned on right now.
Can you put it up my anus?
No, that's like I'm like, oh, my Uber
Anal
is here.
canal.
Mm.
Rectum. Damn
Damn
near
Rectum.
made him come.
Oh, that one took a twist I didn't see coming. Oh, these brought to you by White Claw. Huh? White Claw, we can contact us for
Half a White
sponsorships.
Claw can get things rolling.
I had to meet before the show to acquire some art, so I had one White Claw and one shot of Fernet, because I'm
Got a little
classy. I'm a classy middle-aged man.
Yeah.
A little digestive.
Yeah.
Any updates on the bar? Is it opening soon?
I mean, by the time this airs, there's a good chance it'll be open.
Okay.
How many episodes ahead are we here? Like 3?
I don't know, like
2?
3 or 4.
Yeah, I mean, we're close.
I think
If
3.
by April Fool's Day we're not open, I will be shocked.
Oh, April
Okay, I
Fool's
don't to not put a date on it. So
Day. If this is hopefully up by then, I think it'll be up the week that of March 31st.
Yeah,
April
we'd like,
1st. I'm going to be at the Funny Stop. Get tickets at BillSquire.com. Need to sell that shit out.
yeah, it's
tickets is hard.
been a long stretch, and I'll be very happy for that place to be open, and I can take a little vacation, a little siesta,
Mhm.
maybe take a slammer or two somewhere. There's a
Well-
callback for you.
I still want to do the getaway where we get like a big Airbnb somewhere. And did I tell you guys about that?
I don't think so.
I don't think
Oh,
so.
okay.
I'm listening.
It's usually something I bring up when I'm drunk, and I'm surprised I haven't been drunk enough to bring it
Well,
up around you guys.
if you're saying it when I'm also drunk, there's
Yeah.
a good
Yeah,
chance
I
we've
guess
discussed
it's possible
this.
we've
So,
had the
yeah.
conversation.
But basically, Danny and I want to get like a big cabin or mansion or something, and then invite like 10 or 12 people, and then we split it all up, and it's not that expensive, and just have like a week where we all just get to hang out and just party.
Sounds vaguely familiar now.
Yeah. I think we might have mentioned it at
but
dinner.
maybe, but I mean,
don't
I'm
remember.
down,
Yeah.
especially if it's
Yeah,
like a
sounds
mansion.
fun.
If it's like one
There's
of those,
one in Kentucky that I love that is
is
like,
it an actual mansion or is
It's
it like
an
a
actual-
modern?
I'm gonna
like,
send it to
tacky
you.
McMansion.
I'm going to send it to you real
Did you?
quick.
Because one of my main goals in life, one of the only reasons is to acquire a lot of money. Is I want to have one of those super tacky McMansions that have all acetate furniture in like the higher end pornos.
Yes.
There's only ever 3 of them, but like just one of those,
Hell
just
yeah.
like a Brazzers house.
You
And I
would-
probably
you
would like it would like complete the cycle of my life becoming the self-parodying cartoon that it was always meant to be.
Trying to
I'm here
find
for
this
it.
boy.
Like it was no, I would not. It would probably look like it was, furnished and decorated in 1992 before the feds invaded the home and it had to get sold to somebody else or something because someone, was like selling drugs out of there or something.
Hell yeah. That's
That's
sick.
my dream for my life.
It's gonna
that's all I-
happen. Manifest it.
I
Manifest
put
it.
the man in manifest. I've probably told that joke already, but you know what?
If you have, I was drunk.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. I've only got like 3 of them. I'm just gonna smoke them the filter until this is all over for me. Yeah, that's it. Like have a bathroom that has like a smaller room inside for just the toilet
Ooh, okay.
because I like being
I like
cozy.
a separate. Mm-hmm.
Like
you shit.
I'm not like claustrophobic, but I like just I like enough space, and I know that the door can lock from the inside.
So you like a stall?
That's the word.
The
for
word
it.
is a stall.
You
yes.
should be an interior decorator.
I
This is
know. Yeah.
Fucking so smart.
I get it though. Yeah.
Like my parents built like their like dream retirement home, and they have like their master bathroom has like the half wall between the toilet and the rest of the bathroom, like the
Oh.
his and her sinks.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, You guys are so rich.
Yeah.
I was like, is this what it's like to be rich?
I mean, they only
Just
did
have
half
like
a wall though.
a
They could've
30-inch
done a
tall,
full
like
wall.
half tile wall. It looks so cool.
Yeah.
All right, I
I don't ever
this.
want anyone to be in the room with me while I'm pooping,
Yeah.
but to know that like
If
know,
you
like-
needed to, it'd be fine.
yeah, like you can't see
You'd
me.
still have privacy.
You can like it's like, hey, I'm here talking to you.
Mm-hmm.
All this beneath
All right.
here,
I found this
You have no idea
mansion,
what's going on
and
down
Maybe
it's
pooping,
tacky.
maybe-
here. Maybe.
maybe not. Hey,
Maybe just sitting here.
maybe Stormbreaker Hitachi. You don't know. You don't
silently. Not on
You
the
would
toilet.
no.
No.
All right, I send you guys this mansion.
Okay.
On to our group chat.
Oh my goodness!
I told you it's a mansion. Like this is
Oh.
a legit.
This is owned by people that owned actual human beings at some point.
Yeah.
This is the biggest place I've
Oh,
ever seen in my life. It has
wild.
like the stairways from that one scene from The Matrix Reloaded where the guy has a trident.
Yeah,
Yeah, this is nuts. Oh, they got a gym in here? Let's go. All right.
they got
yeah.
a gym. They got an indoor pool. It is incredibly
Yeah, I'll-
tackily.
It's, I was going to say, it's real
designed.
fucking ugly.
so
real
ugly.
ugly.
Bro, like
This is
So
the place
for-
I have my heart set on. Like,
14
I want to stay here.
$1,400 a night. So like if you get like three
And
other
you said a
couples,
week?
Yeah,
a whole week.
they're like.
Is there a beach?
Like 5 days. I don't think there's a beach, but I mean, it has grounds.
The
Even better because
bluegrass
I'm not doing anything constructive with my time.
Right? No, I
At
want
this-
to
Not
stay
at
in this thing and play
1400.
games and get drunk.
Like
and
do
goof
MTV
around.
Spring Break
Yeah.
in this slave owner
Yeah.
house. Yes.
Ooh, there's a fire pit.
There's a fire
and
pit.
a hot tub.
hot
That's
Sold.
all that matters, yeah.
Sold.
Yeah.
Hot tub is all like the only
Indoor
reason
pool
to
heated.
Airbnb
Yeah.
better for $1,400 a night.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm glad it says kitchen. It offers a kitchen. I'm glad.
There better not be the list of rules for that price. You know how anytime you say Airbnb, there's like the
Oh,
freaking
it's,
two
it's
letters.
got rules.
I'm sure there's a lot.
But there's
That's why I stay in hotels all the time. I mean, there's no rules there.
Yeah, right.
it's got
well,
73
Hey, if
amenities.
there's blood on the walls by the time I leave,
It
you
has,
say
like-
I couldn't do that.
it has
Like,
things like a crib, high chair. Like, why do you have
No,
baby things?
No, I don't. Keep your because they probably
because they get 20 people staying there. So
Ooh.
yeah,
no children in
there's
Airbnb.
changing tables,
Window
and baby monitors,
guards.
ceiling fans, portable fans.
They list everything here.
Portable fans. Why would a mansion have a portable oscillating fan?
Right,
I
you
don't
should
know.
have AC and heating.
Yeah, dude. Like
Baby,
Yeah, interesting.
Just
Okay.
to have it.
hot tub is the only thing that sells me on Airbnbs over hotels.
Mhm. Yeah, for sure.
That's it.
See, I've really started loving Airbnbs and stuff like that because one, the hot tub, and then also you can just get them in places where you can't get a hotel. And hotels are also kind of one of a kind, or not one of a kind. They're like a dime a dozen. Like every hotel kind of is the same thing.
No, if there's not the option of a hotel, for sure. Like if you're in the Smoky Mountains, there's no hotels in there. You're Airbnb.
There's a slide on into the pool.
In the bedroom,
Slide into the bed.
That'd be amazing.
pretty sick.
Just like
Pretty sick.
there's like a dance
Get that
floor, man.
lubritty.
We could.
A dance floor?
dance party.
I mean, there's like a ballroom. It's
We
got
should
like
just,
there's
like-
like
We should
lights
have a
and
ball.
shit.
we should build the Bill Squire show. Like you know how there's themed cruises.
Yeah.
Do the Bill Squire
Squire
show
Show.
mansion cruise.
Mansion
or
getaway.
Mansion
getaway.
cruise.
You know, like
do that. We just have to
we
vet
just get
everybody.
three
Yes.
couples to
Yeah.
pay $400 each.
Yeah.
That's a
Pays
swingers
for
house.
itself.
Yeah.
You get to party with the BSS crew. Like, what
Mhm.
more do you really want? You know,
Like this room, see the lights up there and stuff? Yeah, like it's got like a
what's it called?
the Bluegrass Palace. It's in Langley, Kentucky. There's only 7 reviews,
Oh,
but they're all 5 stars.
I mean, I'm down. I don't care. I'm not gonna act like because if I'm not doing that, I'm just gonna go like to Las Vegas and book another hotel room that has only mirrored surfaces on it and
I mean, that's kind
the
of fun
orgy
too, though.
cocaine suite, which was kind of a sick time. I don't even do coke, but it was still a sick time.
Have you ever?
Once,
What'd you think?
I don't remember. I'm not proud of this. I did it once, and I was like so drunk. I was just trying to come back to life, and it
Yeah.
Yeah.
was not a good night for me.
I
so
have never.
I mean,
You have never, Thomas?
Nope.
I talk
I'm
enough
pretty
in
tame.
circles
Surprise.
about myself.
Yeah.
I don't.
You
need
said you were
coke.
surprised?
No, I said I'm not surprised.
Oh, I thought you
don't
said
see me.
surprised.
Yeah.
I was like, what?
No,
What does that
Tommy.
mean?
I mean,
Yeah.
I like to party, but
You
not
could-
Coke.
Nah,
I don't need that.
I don't
I've done it
judge
a
people that
handful of
do it, so
times,
you
and
can
it's
tell
like
the type
it
of-
can be fun. But it's also one of those things where at this point, like I'm just like I don't think I'll ever do it again.
Mm-hmm.
But you never know. I mean,
You
at this
never
fucking
know.
party weekend at the Bluegrass Palace,
There's definitely cocaine there.
we gotta do some cocaine.
Cocaine.
Some, you know, cocaine,
Cocaine.
the China White. What other the cocaine? Yeah, we should do like what's the drug lord, the Narcos guy, Escobar.
Oh,
Do Escobar themed party.
there you go.
Well, yeah.
We could do you couldn't do a Sopranos theme because everyone would have to be Chrissy and Adriana in that case, and it wouldn't really work.
We're really getting into these themed parties.
I know. We
Yeah.
need
Dude, I
all
love
the
it so
things.
much.
Yeah,
I feel like it changed us
yeah.
It did.
collectively and individually.
There is a SpongeBob rave April
Coming up.
15th.
I'm ready.
Mhm.
It's another property I know nothing about, but I'm gonna be ready. Dressed like Shrek.
Are we doing it?
She was like,
How do we not? I mean, how do you
Yeah.
not?
Yeah.
That's one of those things. The second you bring it up, you're like, yes, of course. It's too
Yeah.
stupid to not do
We
it.
gotta
Are
it
we doing
again.
cocaine before the SpongeBob party? No, I'm just
Might
kidding.
have.
I'm kidding. I don't want to. I'm kidding.
If there was ever, if there was ever just like
If
Peer
you want
pressure.
us walking around like trying like gnawing our faces out, like we'd be the only people there on
We could
drugs.
do some drug. What
The
drug would you
only
like
people,
to do?
yeah.
Dude, we were at that Shrek rave. I've been to actual raves, and that Shrek rave, I was like, I don't think anyone's even drinking alcohol at this thing, let alone being on drugs. It just
Yeah, there
was- wasn't
anybody that I felt like was like out
Yeah.
of control on drugs.
No,
Like I said, it's corporate rave.
yeah, it wasn't
Corporate
like
race.
I had a couple old heads that were just like, okay, that wasn't a real rave you guys were at, but that's cute. You think so? I go, all right, my guy, I'm
Did-
not.
did you-
I
did you listen
don't
to the
care that
episode?
much.
Like, listen to the episode. We are very clear.
Aware.
We knew exactly what it was.
It's-
It's the rave that you get dinged by the union if you go past 12:30. Like
Yes.
it's not a real rave.
No,
It's
it
not in
was-
a
Just a
warehouse.
dance
It's-
party.
It was a guy on stage in Heelys waving a mop around with a Shrek mask on the end of
Right.
it.
Mhm.
So, not the weirdest things ever happened at a rave either. But
Right.
yeah, that's not. People weren't up till the next morning on Molly and.
Yeah.
He was the only one rolling. We'll put it that way.
Yeah, that was good. That was a good bill.
Anyways, yeah, I'll be at that SpongeBob.
Yeah,
Fuck it.
we'll do the SpongeBob.
Let's do
rave.
it.
We'll do it. We saw Scream 6.
Yeah.
By the time this episode comes out, it'll be in theaters.
For a little while.
A few weeks. So if you don't want any spoilers at all, we're not gonna get like spoilery in it. We won't reveal like who did it and stuff, but we'll talk about it a little bit. Overall, I thought it was the goriest Scream
Oh
movie
yeah. Oh
by
yeah.
far. But it was a lot of fun.
It was so
very
much fun.
Very
Yeah.
fun.
I loved it.
I mean, that's always been this very self-aware meta franchise, anyways. But yeah, the second like motherfuckers started getting like carved up immediately, I go, oh okay.
Oh,
As
we're
a-
doing this.
I haven't seen
Yeah, they're not trying to build characters or anything. They're just like, let's
Yeah.
get,
It
let's
is what
get
it is.
stabby. And-
everyone in that movie is like 29 and is supposed to be 20, and they're like the hottest person.
Oh, yeah.
in the world.
Except, what is it, Jenna Ortega?
Yeah.
How old is she actually? Because she looks like she's fucking 12.
Nothing has ever made me feel
Not
like
sure.
a bigger piece of shit when I
I'll
was like
look.
laying in bed. I was like Googling, how old is Jenna Ortega? And she's 20.
Oh,
So,
20? Okay.
Yeah, that's
So
too
she's still pretty young.
for me.
Yeah,
Yeah, that
she's-
was
3 more years before Pants.
now.
was-
She has not evolved
She's
into
got
a
3 more
slammer
years
yet.
before she reached slammer
Can't
status.
can't take her to the bar. No, her sister though
Yeah.
is
She's
played.
What is
She's
she from?
32. She in real life, she's
Oh.
32.
Okay.
So
oh,
yeah,
I think they were saying 30 in the show,
No.
in the movie.
No. Kirby.
I know, but I think
Was
her and
30.
Kirby may have been in school together.
She said Kirby was a senior when she was a
Oh,
freshman.
You're right.
So
you're
like,
right, you're right.
I haven't seen the sequel
Yeah.
since the second one. So I
Oh, okay.
I've really
I don't
was
remember
like,
the
I was really
ages.
trying to just like use context clues to keep up with
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not
Then
hard.
Kirby
they're
showed
worth
up-
going back and watching though. The Scream franchise
Oh, yeah.
has kept it going in a pretty fun way where they're so self-aware that they know what it is and they know the silliness of it. And the rules and all this dumb shit that they have to kind of keep regurgitating.
Mhm.
They have a very good time with it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, like the first Scream, I think I've seen fucking dozens of times.
Oh, yeah.
In
So
the
good.
second one too, but yeah, like it's they can kind of make, it's like the Fast and the Furious or any other mindless Hollywood franchise. They could make 30 more of those if they really wanted to.
Scream in space. If Scream 10 is not in space, I'm going to be pretty upset.
That's where else do they have to go?
Because they're following Jason right now.
Go to Europe?
Tokyo,
Scream 7 Tokyo Drift.
but it's not the same cast at all. It's
Right.
That would be sick. That would be if they really just did an animated Scream feature, just really went fucking off the deep
That'd be
end.
dang. Yeah.
Kirby showed up, and then I was like, is that the chick from that Heroes show?
Yes,
and
it
now
is.
she's like, she looks like the hottest possible version of a Karen and stuff.
Yeah.
And I was like, and then she showed up and she played like the Law and Order SVU FBI person where she just came in and she goes, I'm not here to step on anyone's toes, but I'm gonna make sure. And I go, all right.
You're doing the thing.
They played some of those tropes up in like
Dermot
Dylan Mulrooney.
Dude, so good.
He was so fucking funny. So
Dude,
good.
there was one, like, it almost was like a fucking Rocky Horror Picture Show thing where, like, by the second or third Steven Seagal diatribe he, like, delivered, I just go, all right, I know this dude's not this bad at acting for real. This is, like, a whole part of it.
Yeah.
Where he just goes, there was
It's like
one part.
teetering. You're like, I'm not sure.
I almost punched Bill's thigh because when he just has such an angular face and he just goes, if you fuck with my family, you're dead. You're fucking dead.
Yeah,
And I go,
dude, I died.
the
whole theater did.
Yeah, dude,
like
it was
everyone
amazing.
that
The
was
best
in
thing
there.
too-
amazing.
So like a lot of people when they go see movies, they're like they want it to be an experience that I don't understand. Like they don't go in having fun. Like I didn't go in thinking that I'm going to see the scariest movie, and that's
Or
why
the
it was
best
so fun. Or the
production,
best,
right?
Yeah.
They go in thinking it's going to be the Shining level.
Yes.
like,
Right,
A
yeah.
masterpiece of
And-
horror.
I like going to a movie like that with friends that I know we're going to have a good time with me. And so then I enjoy the movie. Whereas so many people go in and they're just like, I didn't like that movie. It was so boring, blah, or it just was so predictable. I'm like, who cares if you're having a good time?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't need it to be.
That's like going to the magic show and calling out, like, no, that's not how you pulled the rabbit out of the hat.
Yeah,
like, it's
yeah.
like, no, then don't. Yeah, it's like, it's
But
dumb.
that's, I think, the problem with a lot of how people perceive going to movies now, or just that they don't go to movies, but go with some friends and have some fun, like have those laughs that we all had. And honestly, the best people to take to the movie are Pants and Ben. Our friend Ben came too. He's part of Movie Squad, and we saw Fast and Furious 9 together. And you two have such contagious laughs, and you laugh at a like hair trigger at shit, and you give it your fucking full laugh. And it makes it so much more fun that like we were wheezing through Fast and Furious 9. Like that's the most I've laughed at a movie, I think, in my entire life.
Yeah, but like
Because
it's the
anytime
9th
something
movie.
fucking ridiculous happens, we like laughed at it mockingly, but it was fun. Same with Scream 6. If there was something that was fucking ridiculous, everybody started laughing.
I think,
it
yeah,
makes
dude,
it
it's
great.
the 6th movie in the franchise.
Right.
So it's like the first Scream movie when I went and saw it, I was like a teenager, but I also like it was like the first of its kind in a way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, like it was
It was the
introduced-
first meta slasher movie.
and it like had a
I mean,
whodunit
it's-
component to it and
Yeah.
stuff. So I was like, wow, I go, that was fucking awesome. But
Yeah.
then by the 6th one, you're like, yeah, dude, like it's
You know exactly
It's a-
what it is. Like, you
yeah,
know
it's a
this thing that
party.
who done it. And then you're just kind of waiting for those scenes where it's like, okay, how are they going to find new ways to put people in a tense situation?
Yeah.
And I think the subway scene
Dude, I was-
the
yes.
fucking best.
So
We
intense.
haven't
Really
seen
fucking
that
good.
before.
Yeah.
And they gave it to us and I fucking loved
That's
it.
been on my mind all day. I'm
Yeah.
like, that made me uncomfortable.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was
it was
that
very intense.
Which is
It was good.
impressive.
Yeah.
I mean, it's impressive that again, you know, like it's like the John Wick franchise or the Fast and the Furious franchise where
it's
everything
fun.
is just like the stakes get upped and up and it's just
Yeah.
Yeah.
finding new ways to do that.
Well, but there's difference between taking it to, you know, going to space like they did in Fast and Furious and finding a legit scenario that can be interesting and scary. So this is like that scene in particular. There's a lot of scenes in the movie that are over the top ridiculous, but the subway scene is a kind of scary that is feasible, and also just being on a subway car that crowded made me
enough.
fucking want to jump out of my chair.
Right.
So you take the fact that somebody in that crowd could be trying to stab you, it builds a lot of tension. So that scene in and of itself is worth it to me.
That was definitely like
Mhm.
a set piece in
Oh,
the
yeah.
movie.
Yeah.
That was like in the Batman where like the tunnel scene.
Yes.
Or
Yeah.
that was like the Batmobile scene from the Batman and stuff. Like, yeah, it's like
Yeah. That was
you could tell they came up with that scene early on in production, and they're like they all got real juiced about it and then
Mhm.
built the movie kind of around that idea.
right.
Mhm.
In my
And one of the things I like too is that when they finally got to the point in that scene, and this is a spoiler, so if you don't want this spoiled, when they got to the point in the scene where there was like they did some, lights going out, stuff
Mhm.
like that, which happens on the subway, not as much as was happening in the thing. But when they got to the point where it was just time for the stabbing,
Mhm.
it was all with the lights on.
Yeah.
And people watching and just being like zoned out or like, being New Yorkers where
Yeah,
they're just like,
just not
they
aware.
just don't react.
Yeah.
And so that was,
that is
That
a
was
huge
very cool.
component of it where you
Yeah.
just see so much fucked up behavior on the subway, and most New Yorkers are just so like,
yeah.
leave me alone, don't touch me. Like it's like as long as you're like
Mhm.
I'm gonna mind my own business, as long as like this
Mhm.
is not happening to me.
Or just, especially like on a night when people are that drunk and they're just passed out and they're not really paying. Like it was really well done.
Have they
Yeah.
played
really
that-
loved that scene.
In the franchise, have they played that trope where like there's other people dressed up like Ghostface?
Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
It
That's like a
is.
thing they've done before.
Yes,
Okay.
because the whole thing is that they've had these books and movies and everything's gotten so popular over the years that it's inspired people, and it's a huge fandom of those movies.
When did Dewey die?
The last one.
Yeah, the last one.
It's a bummer.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
made it a while.
It was a big one. That was
Yeah.
The last movie was good too. Did
Yeah.
you see it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
Yeah, I've seen them all. I haven't. 4, I only saw a few. Like I watched that one right before I saw 5,
Mm-hmm.
and I really liked that one too. Like that.
I
one
liked
was,
all of them. I
think
mean,
they're all very
honestly,
fun,
yeah.
And I didn't know what to expect with that one, and I was like, oh,
Yeah.
it's actually a good time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I liked them all.
I've never not enjoyed any of the Scream movies. It's just like anything else where there's so many things in the world to try to keep up with that I just end up
Not
Yeah.
Wanda.
sitting at home watching Predator 1.
Yeah.
Dude,
Which
it's
is a
just
great
too
movie,
hard.
too.
Like
Yeah.
at the like
Lot of
for me
stabbing.
to go to a movie in a theater anymore, and I love doing it. It's kind of a production. Like it's kind of like I'm that busy where when you can sit at home and watch anything, pretty
Mhm.
much, it's just hard for me to do it.
Yeah.
But I do love going to the theater.
Me
And that's
too.
why, and it's even better than going to the theater when you get to go for free.
Yes.
Thanks, Bill.
Yes,
Yeah,
and early.
appreciate it.
Thanks,
Yes, and Nancy.
Bill.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
in bed by 10 p.m.
Yeah,
fucking-
love it.
No,
No,
no, I
no,
mean like we get to see it before it's released. Like,
yeah,
Oh,
that's what I was saying.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
when I
as
was a
well.
kid, you would get the sneak preview passes for certain stuff, and you're
Mhm.
like, I am the coolest kid
Yeah.
who's ever lived on and it's still cool, but
I
you
think
don't.
the only movie we got to see early when I was a kid was Harriet the Spy.
Ooh.
Oh,
We got like a
Wow.
preview pass for Harriet the Spy that my mom won off of a radio station or something.
I remember
Oh,
I
yeah.
saw a test screening of Air America, if you remember that.
I
Oh,
do
wow,
not.
yeah.
Mel Gibson, Robert Downey Jr.
I don't even
think-
remember who's in it. I don't even think I ever saw it. I think I only ever saw the box at like Blockbuster.
I got we sat in like an office somewhere in the suburbs and watched it, and I was like, my friend's dad was like, you can never tell anyone you saw this, and I'm like, this is a movie for 42-year-old people, and I'm like 10. I was like,
yeah, I'm not really interested.
I don't
in telling
remember. I was
people.
like, and I also like the internet wouldn't be a thing that was invented for another like 20 years. But yeah,
you got it, bud.
secret safe with me.
That's just them testing you to see if you can keep secrets.
It was very. I mean, it was like like they do sneak previews in theaters. It was some weird high level shit that for whatever reason I was allowed to go see as
Yeah,
a
that's pretty
child.
cool. Yeah.
And it was not a movie for children. Like not in the it wasn't lascivious. It just was like
It was
if-
just heavy. Like
if you got to
just-
see Apocalypse Now when you were
Yeah.
10 years old or something.
All right. Well, thank you guys for checking out this week's episode of the Bill Squire Show. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share. Do we have any not gonna lies?
Ooh, yes.
Oh yeah.
Sorry.
Always get to the end, and then I remember
I
we're doing that.
know.
So,
Okay.
see what we got here.
Okay. Well, this one's a really deep one. Do we even now want to go into that?
Let's go deep.
Okay.
Go deep.
There is a severe division on the internet between LGB versus the TIQ plus community, in tandem with trans, drag, and same-sex attacks from Southern legislators. What is your take? What can we do better in communities? And what do you have to say to the people enacting these attacks?
Oh, well, the people enacting the attacks are cowardly people that are just trying to use this as a way to fearmonger and get votes from people that are afraid that some pretend America is going away that they once loved. So shame on those people for using this that way. That's just a completely terrible way of going about things when there's so many real problems in the world.
Mm-hmm.
There's so many issues that you could actually be trying to fix when it comes to kids and just society in general, and you're just focusing on fighting small communities that aren't harming anybody, just because you don't want to actually take on some actual hard to deal with situations. John Stewart did an interview with a guy. He was a state senator in Oklahoma. I can't remember his name, and just eviscerated him because the guy is like a pro-guns guy no matter what. And I just would say, if you haven't seen that interview yet, check that out, because he expertly dismantles this man who's just like all about guns. And John Stewart at one point corners him in a way that it's so beautiful, because the guy's, he's talking about the drag queens and stuff like that. And he's like, and why do you want to ban drag queens? He's like, to protect kids. He's like, okay, so you want to protect kids. And you see John Stewart's eyes kind of light up. So if you want to protect kids, let's look at the number one thing killing kids in America. It's guns. How come that isn't what you're focused on? Drag queens aren't hurting kids.
Right.
Guns are. And he just, and I'm paraphrasing a lot. John Mayer would do a good job too, but John Stewart
takes a similar stance.
Yeah, I hope so.
But John Stewart does just an expert job, a beautiful job of dismantling this trash argument.
Yeah.
So that's where I stand on it. And like the division between, and I think they should be their own communities. I think the LGBTQIA, like lumping it all in together, never really made sense to me, because they're all so different and they're all individuals. So trying to, and I think it confuses people too, because the trans community is not the same as the gay men community, whereas lesbians are also not the same. Like they're all their own individuals, and they all deserve respect and love and the same rights as everybody else.
Yeah.
And that's what I would say about that.
Yeah. I don't get why there's a division. Like, I mean, I understand that it's happening. I just don't understand it when everyone has kind of come from the same places. You know what I mean?
Well, I think it's just people trying to get, they see someone getting more. They go, well, how come we can't get that?
Yeah.
How come they're getting acceptance and we're not?
Yeah.
It's basically the furries versus regular swingers. Like swingers are getting respected and they get their clubs. How come furries can't just say we exist,
Yeah.
That was a terrible example.
I was following you.
No, I can follow it. I understand.
I don't know. Drag queens are an infinitely easier target to go after than the entire gun industry and complex.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yes,
And it's a story as old as time. What's a marginalized community that people don't understand? Them? Cool. Let's do that.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. And it's just political tactics that they use, and unfortunately, it still works because people don't. They fear what they don't understand.
Yeah, fear's a very easy thing to leverage.
It's the easiest way to get people to fall in line.
Yeah. I think I don't know. It said like, what can we do as a community? Just working in the medical field for like over the 10-ish years. I feel like there's little things that you can do to kind of just make it more normalized. A lot of paperwork still. I'm getting some stuff here and there that says like preferred name.
Yeah.
Stuff like that, but making that more normalized on documents just for everyday people to see and get used to, going to the doctor, you know,
and
needing
it's
to check
such a
those.
small thing
Tiny,
that
tiny,
like
tiny.
really doesn't affect people. Like, and that's like
Yeah.
another thing when, you know, comedians talk about this in their, at their like the trans community is such a, I mean, they're out there and they're real, but it's not a huge.
It shouldn't be a big deal.
It
Is that
shouldn't
what
be
you're
a
going to
big
say?
deal.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it shouldn't be a big deal.
Because it affects them. It doesn't really affect my day. I have a trans son, and on a day-to-day basis, it doesn't really affect my life. It affects his life, but his whole goal is for it to not, for him to just be able to go through his life and people not wonder what's in his pants. Like that's all he's asking for, is just to be able to live a life and feel as comfortable as he can. And people don't understand how taken for granted that is. And also they don't understand sexuality. They keep throwing the word sexuality out there when they're talking about drag queens or when they're talking about trans people. And that's,
It's not the same.
it's an ingredient in it,
Right, yeah.
but being trans isn't the same as being gay.
Yeah,
Like it's
no.
there's a nuanced conversation that's not being had, but people that are against this stuff don't want to have nuanced conversations. They want to be cruel and they want to defame and they want to just draw a line in the sand and say that trans people are hurting society when it is.
There's no proof of
there's
that
no
at
proof of
all.
that. Like.
Yeah.
Easy target.
Easy
Yeah.
target, and usually the only people that trans people hurt are themselves, and that's part of the reason they need acceptance and love, is because when they aren't accepted and loved, it becomes this daunting task to try and reconcile what's going on within you on your own. And not having gender affirming care is detrimental to their mental health. And if you're not providing that to them and you're not supporting them with that, then you are actively hurting them.
I mean, it's certainly a different thing than what happened in the 90s with gays and lesbians in that community. But in the commonality of it is, having lived this long enough, is in the 90s, so few people in middle America and mainstream America understood what the fuck gay and lesbian people were. Gay men specifically were just looked as subhuman.
Right.
And then the whole AIDS
And it's
and
the
HIV
same thing
epidemic.
that we did to I'll say it, that we did to black people.
Sure.
Like it's the same thing that they do to immigrants, especially
Anything that's not a white man.
anything that's not a
Straight white
person,
man.
Yeah, is looked at as subhuman, and people are so programmed to think that their whiteness makes them superior that they don't even realize they're doing it. That's something that I had to come to terms with, where I was like, oh, I'm really looking at people as like subpar to what I am, based only on where they live or where they're from or what their skin looks like. And when you come to terms with that, it really opens your eyes. And that's what being woke is having empathy for people. And now woke is this this weaponized term that is still so fucking stupid to me. Be like, oh, you're woke. Oh, you're so woke. Yeah, motherfucker, I am, because I give a fuck about other people. So yeah, I'm going to be a little bit woke because I don't want to try and actively belittle other humans because I think they're beneath me for any reason.
I mean, I don't pretend for this to even be the start of a solution, but it's also as simple as just minding your own fucking business.
Right.
I don't know why it's so hard.
Like there was a thing amongst just people with gay men, especially, where it just was there was this homophobia where it's always like, I don't know why they could keep throwing in my face their lifestyle. Like, why do they have to be so out front and so flamboyant about their lifestyles and stuff? It's like, well, what the fuck they've had to watch you kiss women on the mouth, and they've had to watch you every Super Bowl Sunday.
And also,
like,
in a time now
mind your
where,
business.
Yeah.
where you curate your own experience, people they still don't understand how the algorithm works. So if you are engaging with trans stuff, whether you're for it or against it, you're going to see more trans stuff.
Oh, I
Yeah.
think people understand exactly how the algorithm works, and people love getting
Feed into
fucking
it.
mad.
Oh, they just like to be mad.
More
yeah,
than
that's a
anything.
good point.
So
yeah.
a lot of people still are dumb motherfuckers that don't understand that, but way more people know how to not pay attention to stuff if it's really bugging the shit out of them. and they're just not being mature about it.
Yeah. Well, I think there's a lot of people that they like living in that rage, and that's a problem.
Unfortunate.
It's a lot easier to get mad than it is to fucking come, I think, for a lot of people, unfortunately.
Yeah, I mean,
get a Hitachi.
Go jack off.
Get a tat.
It's something that every single one of us has encountered every day since social media became a thing, where you see someone spout something or someone post something even as just fucking banal as pineapple doesn't belong on pizza, and then immediately you can feel in the back of your head like, well, that's fucked up. And then I was like it's a daily exercise and be like, sure, congrats on your opinion.
Right.
Even when someone is saying some malicious, dumb, misinformed shit, it's like, have fun with that, idiot. Like I don't.
Somebody came at me the other day because Sir Yacht on Twitter, who's like a influencer, content creator in Cleveland, said he's like, oh, Donovan Mitchell said boneless wings are better than bone-in wings, and then Donovan Mitchell replied to him and said, hey, you need to respect boneless wings. And then like I replied to him, and I'm like, listen, they're chicken nuggets, man. They're chicken nuggets. They're not wings. You need to get some wings from good company.
I don't know if
plug.
I'm really ready to get into a deep, serious conversation such as this about boneless wings.
I
feel more.
I love that we can go from
tackling
LGBTQIA
transgender
to wings. But then someone out of nowhere just comes and says, I just need you to know that you're not a funny comedian. But I'm like, dude, we're having a silly conversation about wings. Why are you so angry right now? He's like, because I just need you to know that you suck. I'm like, okay, but like,
great.
You're an angry person. I'm sorry you feel that way.
Yeah.
Like, but like it's so weird.
I don't get it.
It's the attention economy, man. It's people have always had shitty opinions.
He got 2 replies out of me. That was it, and that's all he's ever getting.
It's just people either make stuff or they make tweets.
Yeah.
You know, it's just that I make tweets and stuff, but you know what I mean? Like, it's just so many people don't do anything other than camp out and waiting. Like,
and honestly,
like consciously
I'd probably
waiting for a reason to get mad.
If I would engage with those people more, it'd probably be more beneficial for my content.
Oh, 1 billion %.
But
I
I
think
just
about this all
don't
the time.
have the energy.
Yeah.
I don't have the. I don't want to get people paying attention.
Why do you
to me
think
that way.
Ben Shapiro and Andrew Tate are super famous? It's
Yeah.
not because I've ever seen anyone actually say anything glowing about them.
Right.
It's only ever because some people can't stand. They're just signal boosting these people because those people understand that they can make fortunes off that.
All right. Well, let's do one fun one. A silly
one fun one. Okay.
How can we get more fun than that? But a good
I
one.
know, right?
And then we'll get out of here. This is a long episode.
Okay, I don't have a ton of
good.
like one. Okay, would you leave your significant other for a celeb? That was the question. Do you
Okay.
have one? Would you?
Would
Yes
I
or
leave
no?
my significant other for a celeb?
Can I answer first?
Yes, of course.
Brandon and I have had this conversation that he says, get pregnant by the famous person so we get the money and then just deal with that.
Oh, you guys are fucking running a scam.
Yeah. No, I actually
You definitely have a celebrity in mind, though.
No.
You didn't take the conversation that far?
No, not specifically, because I am very attracted to a lot of celebrities.
I got it. And also, you're in a situation where you can be like,
It could be whoever,
we
yeah.
could just party, you know?
Right, yeah, right.
No, I'm
You wanna go
talking
to
Yeah,
Swan
mine's,
Drive,
I know,
right?
mine's
Do
not
some
hard. I would not
cocaine?
leave him, but
do you want to come stay in a mansion with us in
Yeah,
Kentucky?
you've clearly figured some shit out where like most people just are trapped a lot of times in unhappy situations where they would be like, oh, I would fucking leave my significant other for, you know.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to take Tommy's get pregnant scam
Uh-huh.
and turn it on its ear. I am going out with, let me think of someone old and super rich.
Oh.
Warren Buffett.
Ooh, okay.
That's the celebrity.
That's who
I'm
you're
going to marry him,
Okay.
get in that will, take that man's money when he dies. He's like 90 years old.
Okay.
I've got the perfect answer.
So that way I'm
It's
getting
Pamela.
everything I want.
No. It's
Okay.
too predictable.
Okay.
I don't have a significant other, and I would never, if I had someone I was in love with, I would never leave
Like
them.
leave him, right.
But if I had to, gun to my head, like gun to my significant other.
That's not even comes to your head.
you
This is
gotta
just your
go
decision to
leave
do it.
Dolly Parton.
Dolly
Ooh,
Parton.
yes.
couldn't get
yes,
mad.
That's all
yeah.
I should have picked.
Everyone,
couldn't get mad,
me too.
bro.
Can she be my answer
Bro.
too?
Yeah.
Okay,
All right.
she's mine too.
Universal answer. Dolly
If
Parton.
I had a
That's the only
girlfriend,
answer.
I don't
We
care how
fucking-
jealous they got, and I was boning Dolly Parton.
Oh yeah.
I would be like, I was like, really? You're gonna get mad at that? Come on.
One of the
I
first
agree.
things, like
It's like banging Danny DeVito, where it's like you couldn't get mad. You
Yeah.
couldn't get mad.
No, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, Dolly
I would
Parton's the
honestly
perfect
wanna
answer.
watch.
Fuck, man, I'm so mad at you. So mad that you got
Sorry.
that, and I didn't think of that.
Damn.
I think of fucking Warren Buffett. You're fucking-
I thought it was very open-minded that
It
you just
was,
picked
yeah.
the
I
dude.
was like,
So
okay,
yeah.
yeah.
I'm just trying to. I was just after the money, and then Dolly Parton,
Cosby,
she's got all the
way
fucking
more
money.
fun than Warren in
Yeah.
the sack too. Probably.
Yeah.
I'm sure of it.
I'd be
Fuck Dolly
rubbing the
Parton.
shit out of those feet.
I wonder if she's got pictures of her
You didn't think I was going
like
there with that?
first generation tits.
Ooh, I don't know.
Like
Oh,
naked
like
ones.
the iPhone 3 tits, like
Yeah, like the first when she first got them. I would love to see that because that
you couldn't like.
I don't
it's
even think
such
it'd
a
be horny. I just be
bulletproof-
like, it's amazing.
It's such a bulletproof. Like no one in the world. Like imagine you found out. Like let's just say I was like Nicolas Cage famous, and like, my girlfriend or wife was famous, and they go Aaron Seacrest seen out in public, Dolly Parton. Everyone would be like, "That's," and they go, Can't gotta let it go,
Right.
Yeah.
Let it happen.
Because
It
it's
is
not
what
like
it
me
is.
with Jenna Ortega, for the lack of a better example,
Mhm.
or some pick any IG model
Yeah.
or any porn
It's
star.
different.
I'm so smart sometimes. I'm
You are.
smart at the stupidest
job,
shit in
buddy.
the world.
Yeah.
All right, let's do some plugs. And get
Crazy,
outta
I'm
here.
single. I know.
Check me out at the Funny Stop, April 1st, March 31st. March 31st is come first. So just BillSquire.com for those tickets or FunnyStop.com. Let's sell that motherfucker out. Then check out this podcast. Like, subscribe, share, do all that stuff. We need all that things happening. Tommy?
Tommy LC on everything. Instagram, OnlyFans, Twitter. Yeah, that's really it.
Pants?
Okay Pants on Instagram and all socials. Okay PANTS and Old 86 Bar on Instagram. We're opening soon. Come on by.
All right. Thanks for pumping with us. Bye.
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 This is the Bill Squire Show.